The noiseless stars started to fade, as this time even she was afraid. She was ripped of her essence and vigor as her spiritual impeachment started to trigger. The whole macrocosm was filled with demolishing cries, for there was no hope in her bleeding eyes. She was covered with wounds but apparently unharmed, because nothing in the world promised her lost calm. Every ounce of her flesh shouted for endurance, but her poor ruptured soul seeked no assurance. Her integrity was slaughtered beyond repair, that even her tears fell short to despair. Thrown in the abyss of this deep-seated trauma, she trembled and doubted her own colorful persona. She screamed and asked, why was my chastity invaded and plundered, plundered to a point I never wondered? What was my fault to deserve this abuse that dragged me to a point which cannot be infused? Why was I thrown so down that my dignity sank lower than the ground? I thought I was a girl and not a walking candy, but why did they thought I was so handy? I think I didn't follow the girl user manual correctly, and therefore I met this atrocity so adversely. She was a girl with light in her eyes, but was left on the ground with bleeding thighs. She was a star in celestial space and Erica to embrace, but those signs of brutality were clear on her face. Like steel wrapped around velvet, she faced it all, but they pushed her in the gloomiest fall. Even if she went through such horrific abuse, they'll escape, giving yet another excuse. Few candles of sympathy and comfort will overshadow what you suffered. I know even the heaven can't placid your bluster, but at least you ain't here to see it's still a messy cluster.